I've just finished a lesson with one of my semi-pro vocal students. His voice is feeling rather tired after a bout of sickness and a relatively heavy week of vocal use. So I made sure he left the studio with one of these. What is it and why should every serious singer, amateur and professional alike own one? The answer to these questions is coming right up.
Sound check. Check 1, check 2.
Hey there, Dr. Dan here with a seriously helpful tip for those of you who are super serious about your singing, which I suspect is all of you. Looking after your voice is a pretty important business if you're hoping to sing regularly and with consistent vocal health. Now, there are so many challenges to the health of our voice. Sickness, tiredness, vocal fatigue, just to name a few. So it'll come as no surprise to those of you who regularly watch my videos and to those who subscribe to my channel that first and foremost, the health of your voice is heavily reliant on your overall singing technique. Now, the next most important thing is hydration. You've got to keep the voice lubricated, but even when you're doing both these things, you're singing well and you're drinking 2 liters of water each day, your voice can still be challenged by a heavy vocal load. It's at these times that every singer needs to use a Vapour Inhaler.
Sound check.
The Vapour Inhaler, I affectionately refer to it as the singer's bong, helps to remediate and assist the throat and larynx to rest and heal after heavy use. Now, this Basistos inhaler, which I sell on my website, and I'll put a link in the note sections below, is easy to use. All you need is some hot water and you're set. Simply fill the cup up with 2/3 hot water and 1/3 boiling water if it's available, and then breathe on the steam using the mouth and nose piece. The water vapor should last for between 7 to 10 minutes. Now, you might be forgiven for thinking, I don't need no fancy inhaler. I'll just stick my head over a bowl with a towel over my head and, well, that's great for a facial, but it simply won't distribute the level of warm, moist air needed for it to remediate your larynx. You see, what we're doing when we use the singer's bong is we're encouraging blood flow around and within the larynx by inhaling the vapor. Higher levels of blood flow mean quicker recovery of the vocal folds, so much so that many ears, nose and throat doctors, as well as many leading speech therapists, administer Vapour inhalers post-vocal surgery. It really is that good.
Sound check.
Many Vapour inhalers will come with some form of menthol strip or a vial of eucalyptus oil, as is the case with the one I sell here online. So here's what you should do with those. Throw them away. We singers only want the H2O vapor, nothing else. The oil and the menthol is simply too harsh for our use. Now, as to how many times you should use it, well, if you're experiencing significant vocal fatigue, then I would suggest between 2 to 3 times a day. In the case of my gigging professionals, I often recommend they use their inhaler directly following their gig and the first thing the next morning. Immediate use after a gig, when teamed with a good vocal warm down, helps to move any lactic acid buildup away from the laryngeal muscles. Trust me, if you start steaming after each gig, your voice will thank you 1,000 times over. It feels awesome. Before I finish, it would be remiss of me not to include one small disclaimer. If you suffer from asthma or you have a known fungal growth either in your nasal cavity or in your throat, you should seek medical advice before using any kind of Vapour inhaler. The steam can aggravate your asthma, and for those of you with any kind of fungal concerns, it can lead to accelerated growth of the fungi. And in closing, I wonder whether you've ever used a Vapour inhaler. Perhaps you could leave a comment and let us all know why you used one and how it made your voice feel. We'd all love to read your comments. Perhaps this is your first time here at Voice Essentials. Welcome. I'm so glad you clicked on my video. I've got plenty more singing tips just like this one, so why not subscribe and join our global community of singers who, just like you, want to raise their voice in song. Until I see you in the next Voice Essentials video, I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.